might need more than lucky socks the way it's looking. Former at Manchester City in England, and of course West Brom defender Joleon Lescott with me. How big is the challenge ahead of Sam Allardyce at your former club?
Yeah, it's huge. I know he's not been relegated before, but this will be his biggest test to date. I think if you look at the squad, West Brom, last season they wasn't renowned as being hard to beat. They haven't recruited any kind of, barring Ivanovic, any Premier League experience. So it's going to be difficult. I think he found out that in the first game he took charge, but if anyone can do it, it's going to be him. He'll definitely change the kind of look and the feel of it in terms of being more resilient, but I don't think it'll be easy.
From a player's point of view, when somebody with his track record comes in, will it give them a little bit more belief?
Yeah, definitely. Again, I was in a similar situation at West Brom, enjoying the kind of playing again and working under Alan. But when Tony Pulis came in, we kind of knew what it was going to look like and how it was going to feel. But as players, as you touched on, then you're buying if you're getting results, and that's the kind of where everyone's judged. Player, manager, whoever it may be, you're judged on results, and I don't think anyone's going to kind of look back if they survive and say, well, it wasn't attractive. No one's going to care. It's going to be like, well, we've got Premier League status, and I think that's where the bottom teams don't really worry about how it looks, what it feels like. It's just about the results.
So, given your experience exactly into Tony Pulis, is that sea change from a player's point of view able to be done in days, in weeks? Because the change of style is obviously from Bilic to Allardyce. It's going to be different.
And I don't want to sound disrespectful to the current West Brom team, but when Tony Pulis came into West Brom, when we were there, or when I was there, we all were Premier League players. We all had Premier League experience, so it was different. So we were just changing our kind of style and philosophy a little bit. The methods were changed a lot, but in regards to the understanding, we kind of knew what it would take, and we knew kind of how games would look and how they should feel. I can't say that's the case for the current team at West Brom. Yeah, Jake Livermore, Ivanovic, barring that, I don't think there's many players that have played in the Premier League that have experienced it. And so you may not be used to going on runs where you may not get a result for 5 or 6 games. How does that feel? So there's a different mentality to help them understand that, and it's going to be difficult at times.
And on that point then, do you have some sympathy for Slaven Bilic, given the tools he was given to work with?
Oh, very much so. But again, Slaven will be aware of the circumstances. He joined the club, so it is what it is for managers. They all kind of live and die by that kind of on the sword. But yeah, after the back of that result, and you could see, you don't go to Man City and get a result like that if players are not buying into what you want them to do. And it was proven that for that game. And I know we're unlucky in other games as well, but when it really counted, like Sheffield United, where, his job was under threat against Man City, and they pulled out results for him. So you know the players are behind him. So again, it probably wasn't results-based, his decision for him to leave the club. It was more the hierarchy of the club.
OK, well, for some context on the goings-on at the Hawthorns, our reporter Ian Irvine spoke to